Good afternoon, everybody. I want to share some video clips with y'all that I've recorded over the past couple months, and I'm going to try to keep my personal commentary to a minimum and just paint the timeline of when it's happened and clear up any misunderstandings. This video is going to be long. There's a lot of large clips that's going to be in this video, so please be patient and please watch the entire video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Paul had one too. All right. Good afternoon. There's enough for 7 people. So. Today, November 13th, 2023, I have extra minutes providing proof that the mayor and council is violating the city charter and the ordinance regarding the pay they receive. In the packet of documents, you will find everything you need to prove my allegation. On January 19th, 2019, the council, at the time, voted to raise the mayor and council's pay to its current value. This decision was made incorrectly. Jesse, you made a motion on that, by the way. Because according to the city charter, the mayor and council pay is to be set by ordinance. The last known ordinance is from August 2nd, 1999. As you see in the documents provided to you, the ordinance states the mayor's pay is to be $100 a month plus additional $10 for emergency special meetings. The council's pay is to be $25 per month plus additional $5 per special and emergency meetings. You'll also find documents provided that shares information on how this procedure should be handled. It's from the GMA website. Now, this has been brought to council's attention before when the Christmas bonuses was given to the mayor and council, which is considered compensation, so it falls under the same requirements as regular pay. Now, the last document in this packet shows the federal law that's being broken. U.S. Code Title 18, Chapter 31, Section 641. There's also a state law in there I put in there after I created these packets, and that's the Georgia Code. I prefer that one. This should really interest the mayor and the city clerk because these two individuals have been signing checks regarding the situation. Now, this situation has been brought to your attention. The solution is very simple. Obey the current ordinance and city charter. Until this ordinance is updated and all requirements are met, I expect the next series of checks to be in compliance with this ordinance, and I will follow up. Those are y'all's to keep and go over. And if there's anything that contradicts what I'm saying, y'all can email it, give it to Felicia, she can make copies, and I'll be more than glad to educate myself on it. But as far as my research goes, it's been a violation since 1999. So, and it's a long process to correct this. But I thought I was gonna need more time, because that's the only reason my wife's going today, but I don't think I will. So, but and me and you spoke about this before, and you said you call people. Calling people and having conversations without written documentation to back up their conversation, they don't really amount to much, you know what I mean? This is actually what I was gonna share at my first meeting if I was elected, but the citizens of Adrian voted otherwise, so I decided to share it tonight. That's all I have, y'all. I appreciate y'all's time.
Okay, next, Tiffany, you got something?
No, I was just in case you didn't finish.
Oh, okay.
That clip is a speech I gave at the November 2023 meeting regarding council's pay. Our city charter states that council's pay must be enforced by city ordinance. The city ordinance is from 1999. They are not obeying the city ordinance. Right after that clip, I will share the documents, the city charter the ordinance and my speech. And as of right now, the council members are getting $150 a month, and the mayor's getting $650 a month. All right, I'll share those documents. Another thing is about that clip is that was November's meeting, 2023, right after the election that I ran for council. All right. Unfortunately, the man that already had that seat that won, I lost by 6 votes. He passed away suddenly shortly after the election. So that warranted a special election, but the city government decided that a special election wasn't necessary. They wanted to save money, so they pushed that post to the next election, which is this November 2024, along with the other 3 upcoming elections. So and I'll share that document right after this clip too. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to share a clip from the June 2023 council meeting. And this is the only time that this was mentioned at a council meeting. And it's regarding the parking lot at the new city hall being resealed and striped. Okay? This clip shows the mayor stating that it wouldn't cost the city 1 red cent. Y'all listen.
The whole parking lot up at the city hall, where the city hall is now, is going to have new ceiling put down, so all the grass will stop growing. It's going to be repainted. It's going to be striped. Okay, the handicap, the same. It's going to have the handicap, stencil and all that, the sign up there, and it's going to be striped also. And just in case this is going to come up at the next meeting on one of your Facebook posts or whatever, it's not going to cost us 1 red cent. Johnny Smith, the guy that...
Now, that's out of the mayor's own mouth. It wasn't going to cost the city nothing. Now, I'm going to show y'all the check that was written to pay the invoice, and I'm also going to show you the invoice. It was $3,000. Y'all take a look at that. Now, all expenditures must be voted on by council. That's what our city charter states. And the city charter is the law of the land. There's nothing changing that. It has to be followed. Okay? But this particular expenditure wasn't voted on because the mayor told the council members that this service was going to be provided at no cost. But come December, there's a check written to this paving company for $3,000. Okay? For resealing and striping the parking lot. Okay? Now, come January's meeting, when they got to the bank reconciliations part, that's the part where they council basically votes to agree that everything in December was done properly. Okay, nothing's out of budget. Everything was voted on. They agree with everything done in December. That's also the moment that if not all, council members should say, wait a minute, got a question right here. This check written on December 21st, 2023 to this paving company for $3,000, we didn't vote on this. And the reason we didn't vote on this is because the mayor stated in June that it was going to be a service provided at no cost. Now, why are we paying this man $3,000? Did he go back on his word? And if he did, this should have been presented to the council before he performed the duties. Okay? But he's already done the job, and we already paid him, and we didn't vote on it. So, did the man go back on his word, or did the mayor lie to get something accomplished that she wanted to accomplish without any backlash? You see what I'm saying? Either he lied or she lied. That's what it boils down to. Okay? Now, you can go even further and accuse the mayor having a personal relationship with this man, and they embezzled money from the city. The job cost $1,500, but he charged $3,000 and split it with the mayor. See what I'm saying? And I know I'm accusing without proof. But see, the problem is if you done everything by the book and per city charter and per the ordinances that's put in place to control the actions of the council and mayor, then there wouldn't be no speculation. There wouldn't be no opportunity for speculations of what may or may not happen. You see what I'm saying? Like law enforcement says, if you're doing nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about, right? But they're doing plenty of wrong, so there can be plenty of speculations or suspicion of wrongdoing. See what I'm saying? Now, if y'all agree on this, and y'all think it's okay for the mayor and council just to do this stuff and not follow the city charter and not follow the ordinances that's put in place to control their actions, yet y'all want them to pass ordinances and y'all stand up for ordinances that control the actions of the citizens, then that's just wrong. Y'all should reevaluate y'all's personal inventory, because that's just out of this world. See what I'm saying? But I just wanted to share this information with y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day and be safe and watch out for them trash cans. You know, they're dangerous nowadays.
Social media topic of the parking lot. What I stated earlier in one of the previous council meetings, that the parking lot will not cost the city anything for paving and striping. That's exactly what I said, for paving and striping. The sealant was the only thing that we had to pay for. The money was taken out of the ARPA grant money, and the governing body was aware of the price before the parking lot was done. I thought I would clear that up because of the comments on social media.
The last two clips is regarding the city parking lot being resealed and restriped. Those two videos pretty much blame themselves. But I want to point out something. When the mayor was trying to explain about the $3,000 and the council was aware of it, she mentioned ARPA money. And I've been told by her and a former city clerk that ARPA money doesn't have to be voted on. Yet, they voted to purchase a digital sign for $32,500, and that was purchased with ARPA funds. So they contradict themselves. Either you don't have to vote on ARPA, or you do have to vote on ARPA funds. But the city charter states all expenditures must be voted on council. So, but the next video, the next clip is Michael Milton's speech at the March 2024 meeting. And the video after that is going to be self-explanatory in the video itself about him parking the police vehicle at his second job at Sullivan Fire Department.
Oh. Since I've been here in June, there's been a lot of talk about the police department. A lot of bad things being said about the police department. So tonight we're going to try and set things right as far as the police department goes. They've been saying they want facts. Well, tonight's going to be fact night. Normally I would not address this issue. Normally I just let the idiots be idiots. But when it comes to officer safety and the safety of my fellow officers, I am going to address the issue. And if I piss folks off, well, so be it. I'm just going to piss you off. Okay? We're here to protect and serve the people of this community. Enforce the laws of Georgia. We're not here to harass folks, as is being stated. We're also here to protect the folks when it comes to different things such as burglary and thefts and so on. Now, having said that, we can't do that if we're not notified that there's something going We have to be notified and able to do our jobs. We're not here 24/7. This is not a 24/7 police department. We try to be here as much as we can, and I think we've been doing a good job of that. I know there's been a lot of talk about all we do is work daytime hours, but that's not true. We do work nighttime hours all the time, early morning hours all the time. You can ask the stores if you don't believe me. Y'all can correct me if I say something wrong that you hear I say that is not true, but it was put out at one point in time that the mayor and the council has told us that this year alone that we're to write $300,000 worth of tickets to pay for budget and every daggone thing else. I have you know that at no time has the mayor or council come to me or any of my fellow officers telling us we have to write anything. Okay? Nothing. It has been put out that all we do is operate speed traps and road traps. Roadblocks, road traps. Okay? We do speed enforcement and we do roadblocks to keep the riffraff out of the city of Adrian. Plain and simple. We try to enforce the speed laws. We try to enforce the other traffic laws. And we try to do road checks to keep the DUIs down, suspend the license down, to warn people down, and so on. Not to trap people, as it's being put out. Okay? It's been put out that we've exceeded our budget. Well, back in July 1st of last year, there was a nice, pretty picture posted on Facebook of our Dodge Charger saying that we didn't have a budget. Now, come December, there's a video being posted on Facebook saying that we've exceeded our budget of $77,000. So somebody needs to get their facts straight. Okay? It's been put out that at one point in time, that everybody was complaining that we didn't have enough police officers in this town. Now, it's being put out that every time they turn around, there's 7 or 8 officers out around Adrian. Well, the only time we have officers around Adrian is if GSP or Sheriff's Department come down here to work with us on road checks or whatever. And they're welcome, as far as I'm concerned, to do that. But most of the time when we do license checks, it's only me, Kyle, and Dildo, Officer Lowry, excuse me, or 1 or 2 deputies. Okay, there's not 7 or 8. Every once in a while we may have a good bit, but not all the time. It's been put out that about the expedition, that we're paying for the expedition out of our regular funds. The expedition was paid for out of Splosh and the T-Splosh and the ARPA fund. Unless I know something that I don't know. Okay. There's and I'll let Kyle talk about that one. The biggest one, my 2 biggest ones. One is comparing us to Oak Park. Okay. Oak Park, Georgia, if you're not familiar with Oak Park, Georgia. Oak Park, Georgia was stealing money. Okay? They exceeded their budget in 2018 by $743,000, 2019 by $175,000, and 2020 by $831,000. They exceeded their budget. The police department was out there writing 500 tickets a month on the interstate to compensate them stealing money from the city. That's not happening here. We don't write 100 tickets a month, much less 500 tickets a month. Okay? So for them to compare us to Oak Park is completely untrue. There was also other things that they were doing illegally as well that I'm not going to go into, but you can look up Oak Park, Georgia, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about Oak Park, Georgia. Okay? And I assure you, Adrian is not nowhere close to Oak Park, Georgia. Okay? My biggest pet peeve I have is about officer safety. It has been put out that my rookie here is not a certified officer, that if he stops somebody, that they're going to run, or they're going to buck, or they're going to do this, or they're going to do that, or they're going to do something else. Let me tell you, he is a certified officer. If you run, you will be dealt with. If you buck, you will be dealt with. And if you have a problem with that, I'll step outside and we can discuss this one-on-one. Okay?
Thank you.
Kyle, you want to talk about Challenger Post?
We'll say that.
Now, some concerned citizens of Adrian, Georgia pointed out the fact that one of our police officers uses the Adrian police truck to report to his other job as a fireman in Soper. Well, the chief told me that he told him to quit doing that. So either one or two things are happening. The chief has lied to me, or Officer Milton can't obey orders and follow rules. Let's see. Adrian police all day long. Now, instead of doing what he was told, okay, because some concerned citizens pointed it out, and the chief told him to quit parking up there, now he's backing into a bay so it's not as noticeable. I guess the rules don't apply to Michael Milton. I don't understand it. He threatens citizens of Adrian. He calls the citizens of Adrian idiots, and he uses a derogatory term towards another fellow officer at Adrian Police. Make it make sense. I mean, it just ain't good practice. I mean, I don't understand it. It really don't look good for the citizens of Truton County either, if you know what I mean. Now this next video is where I ask for y'all's patience and understanding. The next clip is 19 minutes long, but before I share that video, I have to give you some information that's not on video. After a verbal disagreement and a disagreement via text messages, my father showed up at my property, my residence, and physically assaulted me. Before the 19-minute video, I will share my statement, my wife's statement, and Tyler Mullis' statement. Alright? Now, this 19-minute video is the interaction between me, my wife, Tyler Mullis, and Chief Kyle Strickland with the Adrian Police Department. Okay? Now, my father was arrested that day. This is Saturday, April the 27th. Kyle Strickland allowed my father to take his dump truck from one property in the city limits of Adrian to his residence 2 miles to 3 miles north of Adrian and return his dump truck, and then took him to jail for only disorderly conduct. He told us that he would not get out of jail till he went before the judge Monday because he'll have warrants pending. That was not true. My father was out of jail about 11 o'clock that night, according to the Mangum County Sheriff's Department. Now, I want y'all to watch the 19-minute video, and then I'll explain the next clip after that, which is about 3 minutes and some change long. He come to my house on his own wheel twice. The second time he attacked me. The third time he brought my pressure washer back. But let me get off here and talk to the guy.
I'm over here loading the truck up.
You're on speaker.
They started swinging at him. They locked up, and Jason, you see Jason's face start swinging at him, and Jason was standing there taking him. They were telling him, you need to go on, and then he wouldn't go on, he kept hitting him, and he was hitting him, and Jason was down, wasn't fighting back. He was hitting me, if that's how you feel, hit me. And his daddy was just sitting there beating him. And finally, Jason hit him back one time, and he kind of backed up, and I got everything, and she was like, y'all separate, and he was still trying to get Jason. Jason was trying to get on. He got back in the truck, Jason was standing right there, and he hit the gas straight on it.
After I shot him in the bird.
I jumped sideways, and Jason run out the way. And she said, you just tried to hit him with the car. He said, no, I didn't. I said, well, you almost hit me too. And I asked him how far he wanted to take it. I was aggravated assault. I don't know if you know me, but I worked 4 years. I know it was his daddy. He pulled up here.
Yeah,
he was mad about that truck, I guess.
Well, he called me a while ago, I guess, after he left the second time and said he was waiting on me down there.
He did. He tried to hit. I mean, I ain't gonna say he tried to hit him. I don't know what was going through his mind, but he hit the gas. He hit it right there. That's his spin marks right there. He hit the gas up the white truck. I don't know what was going through his head. I can't say that. I don't know whether he was gonna get to him and stop. I don't know if he was trying to hit him or not. I can't say that. But he went straight toward him. Yeah.
That's 140. 94 I threw up with the negative because
What has this one taken?
you don't know what shit do it.
Now, Kyle, he does have a history of coming back down here when this shit happens.
He comes back down here? You said?
Yep.
Okay. But I mean, the first thing he's going to be criminally trespassed, which he's being charged. I already told him he's being charged today, okay?
Okay.
I just got to go to him. He said he was waiting and everything, but I want to come here first and get what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So he's being charged.
All right.
And then I'm a criminally trespassing him from coming to this property. You know, he can't
wait a
come
minute,
back
wait a minute.
anymore.
You need to tell me that, Kyle. I don't mean no disrespect, but I'm the one that got attacked.
Right. Well, I was just, she was talking to me.
I
So
know.
I was explaining the situation to her too, okay? While you was taking care of business, all right? I wasn't trying to be rude to you or nothing. I understand. All right?
I got too much going on. I don't mean no disrespect. I didn't mean no disrespect to you on the phone, you know, but
I'm in no hurry. Go ahead. If you need to take care of him, that's fine.
what's that, Levi? Alright. Hang on. Alright, go ahead. Okay, yeah. Alright. Yeah.
Did he hit you or come at you or anything like that at any point?
No. He was too focused on Jason, but I told him to get off my property, and he basically said he does what the fuck he wants.
Okay.
But when they argue, I don't want him back here because he has a history of just riding.
What do you say he's getting charged?
Yes, he's going to be
And he's
charged.
getting criminal trespass.
Criminally trespassing from your property.
What's the charges?
Okay, well, right now, probably going to be either disorderly conduct or afraid.
No.
Just to start with.
No.
Alright, let me finish, okay? That's to get him charged. And if I can get statements from everybody, then we can go for warrants after that, okay? I don't have a problem charging him.
Are you arresting him today?
Yes, he is being arrested today.
Alright. And what's the charge you used to mention, Levi?
Alright, listen. I don't mean to disrespect, but I'm the chief here. I'm the officer on scene, okay? You have no jurisdiction here. So he can be in your ear all he wants to, but I'm the one handling this situation, okay?
I'm getting him to remind me what he just said so I can share that information with you. Okay? What was the charge? What? Huh? This is my brother. Hang on a minute, Levi. 10-year deputy,
Okay,
Georgia State Patrol.
He's welcome to tell you whatever he feels to tell you whenever I get done here, but I'm not having somebody tell me how to do my job.
Okay. He won't speak to you. He don't want to speak to you.
I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. Okay?
Yeah, that's basic. But Levi, let's not escalate it because he'll arrest me too if we keep on.
He needs to look at the code section. There must be somebody in your house who's making
He said he ain't family violence. It's okay, Levi.
But besides that, like I said, just because I say what I'm charged with right this second to arrest him,
We live at 2 different addresses.
okay. He's not one.
All right, Bubba, I'm sorry I called you, but we just making the situation worse. You charge him whatever you would charge me with if I came to your house and hit you upside the head. Don't cut him no papers, because he's been doing this since I was a kid.
I have,
And I got my mother to take it. This man right here to take it. He's been beating on me since I was a kid. Okay. And now he comes into a property that I own and beats me as a grown man, 35 years old.
I understand your frustration. I'm not saying that I'm not going to throw the book at you, okay? The only thing I said was simple battery and those things take warrants. Okay, so if I arrest him now on a charge, a higher charge, and that means I have to call the judge and get them out of bed and take the warrants because I only have 24 hours to get it done. Does that make sense?
Well,
and it's Saturday. So if I charge him with a lesser charge now and put on the charge hold for warrants, then I can hold him up to 72 hours before I have to get the warrant. Does that make sense?
I understand that, but let me. I'm 35 years old, okay? I'm the only man on this earth that knows that man better than anybody else. And if you arrest him for some bullshit charges that's real small, he'll bail out tonight.
Not if I put on there hold for warrants.
Okay. But if he fuck around and pulls the buddy system string and gets out, he will come to my house. He don't give a fuck about a criminal trespass. And one of us will be dead before midnight. I just want you to understand the seriousness of the situation.
Well, I understand.
Because the last time we got an altercation, he circled the block, intoxicated, until midnight. She's a witness and James Beck's here.
James Beck was here. The only reason he didn't stop is because James was here.
Right. Okay. And I understand your frustration, okay?
But I'm not dropping.
Okay, I'm not asking you to, okay? When it comes to me, I do no favors for people whether I know them or not. Alright? I'm not trying to be rude.
I just
but I
knew.
have a certain way that I have to go about it because, like I said, if I charge him with family violence right now, simple battery family violence, I have to get a warrant. I have to call a judge within 24 hours. Right? And I can do that. But if I do that, it's just going to make a lot of people mad, and he's got a first appearance and all that stuff. Or if I charge him now, what I'm telling you I'm going to charge him with, then I have 48 hours before I have to get a warrant. Okay? Then I have another 72 hours before he has to go before a judge. Does that make sense?
So he's gonna sit in jail with him?
He would sit in jail before he sees the judge. Yes, that's correct.
I don't want to come down here when you're with your family or whatever, and I had to defend myself to the point that I'm looking at charges. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
if you have a right to defend yourself on your own property, okay, without looking at charges.
Because criminal trespass and restraining order, that don't mean a shit to me.
Well, that also goes to a point. Now, I'm not saying that you provoke anything. If it does, you got to do the same Monday, Tuesday, whatever. I would leave him alone. That's what I'm saying.
I avoid him now because you never know what kind of mood he's in. I rode by his shop 3 times this morning, and you don't know what kind of mood he's in. So,
There's been many people in town that have seen him, including down there. He put his hands on him.
I mean, I believe it. I mean, he told me. He called me after Jason called me when I was on the way, and he said, I did it. I was wrong. I'm waiting on you. I know
But
you got
Kyle,
arrested.
I need you to hear this, okay?
Right.
If he gets out of jail, he's going to come down here, and he's probably going to try to shoot him. I'm not afraid of very many people, but that man down there is a wild card.
Well, I understand that. And I can't hold him forever.
I know you can't hold him forever. But if
he's gonna hold a grudge, whether he got out tonight or
that's fine. But it needs to be and that's fine. If it comes to that, we'll have to deal with that. But you take him, hold him for whatever you can, come back, get statements. But I don't want him. I want charges pressed, and I don't know if I can do that. But he's not doing this to him anymore.
Yeah, you can. So, I mean, I can pick up charges because there's obvious injuries. What I would like to have from y'all is I'd like to have written statements on what you seen, what you witnessed, what your part was, or anything else. And the reason I want that is because my case is based solely on y'all's testimony.
Yes.
And you know this. I've had 100 cases where I've charged people, and then when it comes time to come to court, because their family are like, oh, well, no, we don't want to press charges anymore. And then my case is garbage because I don't have a written statement. So that's why I always ask for a written statement.
You will get one from me.
Is this Emmanuel County?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how Emmanuel County does it, but I know Dublin, and I know that once it's out of your hands, once you charge them, I know that. But I know Dublin on family violence, they wouldn't get out until Monday, so they got to go in front of a judge.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what I was explaining to him. What I
So
told
he
him,
shouldn't. If he gets charged with family violence, I don't know if he's charged with family
well,
violence.
what my plan was, I was going to charge him with disorderly conduct, put on there, hold for warrants. Okay, that way, because if I charge him family violence now, I got 24 hours to get a warrant, right? So I don't want to call and get the judge out and all that stuff. So I was going to charge him with criminal trespass and disorderly conduct, put on there, hold for warrants. And then that way, I won't have to get the warrant until Monday or Tuesday. Then he'll have another 72 hours before he goes to the judge.
So you are going to charge him with family violence?
I have intention on it, and like I told them, based on, I'd like to have a statement from you too, if you'd like, if you don't mind.
I got tired of everything going on.
So that is my intention. To charge him for as much as I possibly can, because it's not right for him to come to his property and attack him.
Wait for an address. Alright, I love you. Bye. Alright. I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm holding you up.
From what I saw, though, aggravated assault, they simply in $60. I mean, that's completely up to y'all what y'all charging with, but that's
if you don't mind, write me a statement. And that's what I said. Write it down. Put everything you saw, what your part was, where you were, all that stuff.
I know aggravated assault, but man, that man was right there. There's his marks right there.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you take pictures, but that'd be a good picture. I mean, because I would take pictures of them marks.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, for you two.
That's when I went down on the concrete. And that's when I threw the first blow. When my eyesight went black for a second and my knee hit the concrete, I knew I got to hit him or he gonna knock me out.
And
if he knocked me out,
I was shook for a minute. I didn't know what was going on because it went from peace. Me and him was talking to the fight, and I'm like, whoa! I thought for a minute they were
if he'd have knocked me out,
and I knew that was his daddy. So that's why I didn't stop him. And then I started trying to intervene. I let y'all back up, and that's.
So
if he'd have knocked me out, I wouldn't have been a conscience to protect her.
Right.
Tyler would have, but it ain't his job.
No, sir. I understand. I'm not saying you were wrong by delivering blows back. I'm not saying that. Like I said, you have a right to protect yourself.
If it was me, I'd have shot him. I mean, I know that was your daddy.
My first statement
you would have got away
was-
with that. I mean, he tried to run you over. If I'd have had a gun on me, I probably would have shot him. Just being honest. I mean, because it scared me. I was sitting there thinking, hope he ain't got no gun because man, he's just tried to run him over. Now, if he gets a gun, I'm sitting there watching. Well, I hope he ain't get no gun. That's what I'm
But
thinking.
yeah,
So,
when
I mean,
he left,
he tried
and
to
came
run
back and brought my pressure washer back, which he does
And
every
then
time.
I stood on the other side of the truck when he did that.
Well,
I'm thinking he could
can I
have
ask
come
you
back with a
this?
gun the way he was
I mean, what started? I mean,
that goddamn truck right there.
okay.
He wanted the motor and transmission out of it.
Right.
And I told him no for a year.
Right.
And then he come up with this bullshit down one-sided trade on a boat and two motors that wasn't worth a fuck.
Right.
And then he told me not to worry about it, that I could have the boat when he realized the motor was a 305, not a 350.
Right.
But that was 2 years ago. See. I'm giving a truck to a buddy of mine.
So essentially, he rode by, saw you was loading the truck up.
No,
doing
I
something
told him what I was doing when I borrowed Dwayne Sumner's trailer.
I got you.
But I was having a hard time with it. I said, fuck this, I'm calling Tyler. You know, I was hot and sweaty and it was aggravated because of him.
Right.
And then
Well, he grabbed you by your neck or your head?
he grabbed me by my head and headbutt.
Well, you got
Yeah, because when I turned around, he had him. When I turned around, he had him like this, and I wasn't.
and I don't know if it's a busted vein, but there's something hard right there
Yeah, you see scratches
on the side of my damn
on his
head.
ears.
He wrapped his arms around his neck too.
Yeah, you can
Because
see the fingernail marks on his throat right
Ty-
there.
He was trying to. I mean, he was everything. He was trying to choke him.
Yeah.
I was not. I'm thinking back on it. He was because I mean
Yeah.
he had like that right here.
Yes.
He was going like
yeah,
that right
like this.
there. He was going
Yes.
after him with his hands around his.
And I'm
He
35.
does
I'm 35
right
years
down there.
old.
He has.
But he left and then come back.
Now, Tyler tried to pull him off. Tyler was trying to get him off of him when he was choking him, and I went over there and was like grabbing his shirt, trying to get him off.
Right.
But I did
wait till everybody's done talking.
that over there on the ground. I don't know what it is, fuel filter, whatever. I did pick that up, and I did hit him in the shoulder blade because he's choking my husband. And I probably shouldn't have done that, but I mean, you know,
she picked up a starter. I mean,
a starter.
I don't blame her because he wouldn't get off her. He was choking, and he walked over there, and she didn't hit him with. She walked over and hit him on the back. But I was expecting to hit her upside the head. That didn't happen.
Well, no, because that.
So when he left, when he come the first time, you said he come 3 times, right?
All right. Nobody else, please don't talk over me. Let me talk. He come the first time and mentioned the trade that we made.
Right.
And then when I said I don't remember no trade, he got mad and left.
Okay.
Then by an hour or something later, Tyler pulled up. That's probably what triggered him to come back down here, because now I'm paying a man to get rid of the truck.
Right.
So he come back. No, excuse me. That's that's the second time.
Okay.
That's when he fucking attacked me.
Okay.
Then, like a child he is, he goes back to his house and gets my pressure washer because he can't have nothing that belongs to Jason in his presence.
Right.
And brings it back. He does that every time he gets mad at me.
Okay. Was that the time that he tried us?
Well, that's the time we all thought he might have come back with a pistol.
Right.
Well, the first time while he was here, the first time he come up when he was here, he pulled up part where he jumped on him and they started beating, hitting him.
So
they
that
got
was the first time you were
separated. He
here.
got back in the truck, and Jason was standing around the concrete, and Jason shot him a bird. He got back in, and Jason shot him.
He was in the road about where that F-150 is, and he gassed on it and come back in here.
Yeah, he hit the gas and shot back up because he was backing up, and when he shot him a bird, he hit the gas and shot, and I jumped to the side, and Jason ran off to the side.
All right.
And
he came, mentioned the trade, got mad, left.
Okay.
He seen Tyler pull up in the tow truck, came, attacked me, went to leave again. I shot him a bird. That's when he tried to run us over.
Okay.
He backed up and left when he got the pressure washer, showed up the third time.
Okay.
That's when I figured, okay, he's probably got a pistol.
Right.
So Tyler stepped away. I stepped over there behind the white truck and grabbed my pistol.
Right.
I am armed. It's in my right pocket.
Okay.
And then he set the pressure washer out. And I cussed at him. That's a childish thing to do. You do that every time you get mad at me.
Okay.
And then he left.
Well, I told him to leave. I was calling the cops, and he said he'll be out on bail tonight, and he's got bail money.
Yeah.
Okay.
when he come back that second time, I thought he done got a gun. Because the way he was acting that first time, I was like, man, damn, I thought he went back and got a gun. Right. I mean, he come back.
Did I misunderstand? He jumped on you too?
No.
No, he
No,
didn't.
Okay.
I asked her, and she said that while he was on him, that she tried to help get him off of him.
Right, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But he
No.
never tried to hit you or anything
No.
like that, right?
No, he never. No, he didn't take nobody but him.
And he never tried to hurt you or anything.
And I said, when she said, you just tried to run him over, he said, no, I did not. I said, you almost hit me in the process of it. He said, I wasn't going to hit you. And almost he was embarrassed that it was somebody else witnessing it and seeing it, and there he's like, I wasn't going to hit you.
What's your phone number? 478.
But I told him, to leave, and that's when I was calling the cops. And he said, "Call. I have bail money. I'll be out tonight. I got plenty of money." But I'm not going to sit here, besides what happened here, and be afraid that he's going to come down here and start shit.
No, I don't blame him.
All right, I'll send you the drop.
I don't
I'm
blame
going to call Shep and say,
So, and I don't know who I talked to, but apologized to him. I couldn't breathe, and I could not understand what he was trying to say.
Right.
So.
Yeah, well, I understand. I mean, you get emotions start running wild and things.
Baby, do you mind getting my drink wherever it's at? I got a body armor somewhere.
I just.
Now, before I show y'all this last clip, which took place April the 29th on a Monday afternoon, before I show y'all that, I want to share y'all a conversation that was had between me and Kyle Strickland, the Chief of Police of Adrian, Georgia. I contacted Kyle wanting to know what charges was he pursuing against my father, and the reason why I was asking is because he said my father would be held till Monday morning with pending warrants, but that was not the truth. He was released Saturday, and me and my wife was concerned that my dad would return and cause further conflict. So I was concerned about him being booked for disorderly conduct with no warrants pending, like Kyle Strickland stated would happen, but didn't. So I was letting him know I was still pursuing charges against my father, and he said it was up to the judge of what charges. And I said, that's not what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you, what charges as chief of police are you going to pursue when you head towards Swainsboro to the courthouse? And he said, simple battery, family violence. Okay, well, I also expressed my feelings of Chief Kyle Strickland doing me and my wife a disservice for not doing his job and issuing the warrants Saturday when this took place, so my father wouldn't get out until Monday. And he shared his words of that cases sometimes fall apart because the lack of witness statements. That he had a case fall apart because the only witness retracted her statement. Well, I have 3 witnesses, me, my wife, and Tyler Mullis. So him using that previous case to discredit my case, not pursue charges regarding my case, was a very poor decision on his part. Okay, but this next video is very interesting, and I'll share it, and then I'll follow up after that.
All right. Need you to turn around and place your hand behind your back. We got a warrant for your arrest.
Why to explain that further?
No, all I got to do is tell you you're under arrest at this time. I'll explain everything else to you in a minute.
Tiffany, come here.
Turn around. I just told you got a warrant for your arrest.
What's
simple
the warrant
battery, family violence.
Jason,
Turn around.
I got you.
Excuse me.
Nope, I'm not kidding.
hang on. Stop.
Turn around.
Jason, don't fight us. I will talk to you when we get done.
I got a pistol in my right pocket.
Okay, we'll
Okay,
take
don't
it
take it out. I will
We'll-
take it out
we'll
for you.
take it
okay?
out.
Don't take it out.
Excuse me.
Turn around. Put your hand behind your back.
What is he being arrested for?
I just told you, ma'am.
I did not hear that.
All right, well, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you in just a second.
Hang on. Hang on.
My phone's right there.
Step outside. Ma'am, I need you to turn around, place your hand behind
Can I
your
get my
back.
pay dues?
You running?
So I ain't gotta be in jail with my socks.
Well, they ain't gonna let you keep
Turn
them.
around, place your hand behind your back. You're under arrest for simple battery, family violence.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, I'm not
Be chill. Be chill. All right. Listen.
push
All right. Be chill.
Me, that's fine, goddammit, me. That right there.
Who's that?
She didn't do nothing.
Be chill. Be chill. All right. I'm asking you to be
The car! The car!
Come on.
Where that? Which one? The ones in the middle?
Yes, sir.
These?
Yes, sir.
Please lock my door.
I'm locking it right now, as we speak.
Can you
Hang on. Step out. Can I what?
hand them to my neighbor, please?
Your neighbor?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
I don't have anybody else to.
We'll take care of it. Who's your neighbor?
The car right there.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
Dylan!
As you've seen in the previous video, me and my wife was arrested for simple battery and family violence. There was warrants also issued on my father, and Chief Kyle Strickland stated that he did go to my father's house prior to coming to my house But I don't believe that, because my father lives outside the city limits in a different county than what the warrants was issued in. The warrants was issued in Maine County because that's where the attack took place, and my father lives in Johnson County. So I just don't believe that he went to my father's house. And my father was never arrested. He was never arrested and took to jail for the warrants against him. Now, I do believe that he turned himself in and signed his own bond and walked right back out. I do believe that. Now, he dealt with the warrants, but he didn't sit in jail for 2 days like me and my wife. Now, with all this information being out here, it would lead to a lot of speculation. And I'm going to speculate a little bit, okay, and share a little bit more information. My father and Chief Kyle Strickland has a relationship, okay? They've done trades and buy and sell, and my father's also took vehicles for Kyle Strickland to work on at his shop in Soperton. Now, being the fact that I was arrested and my wife was arrested, and how aggressive they was when they arrested us, they were stern, and it took 3 of them to arrest us, and Kyle Strickland let my father take his dump truck home Saturday when he arrested him for disorderly conduct. I just feel like there was a conversation had between my father and Kyle Strickland after I contacted Kyle Strickland Monday morning on the phone regarding charges against my father. And that speculation of mine, of the hypothetical conversation between Kyle Strickland and my father is, well, if he still wants to press charges, I want to press charges too. And that's when Kyle Strickland should have said, well, you can't press charges because you're the primary aggressor. You went onto their property and attacked them, and they have the right to stand their ground and to defend themselves and others. And that's exactly what me and my wife was doing, okay? Now, there's rumors on the street that my father will drop the charges if me and my wife drop the charges. But I'm not dropping the charges because we did nothing wrong. That's allowing my father not to be held accountable for his actions, okay? And as far as the vehicle in question that was loaded on the rollback, that's the reason my father attacked me. There's no amount of money, no disagreement that gives you the right to physically attack another person. That's what we're taught. That's what the law states. It doesn't matter that we had a disagreement about the truck. Okay? He should have not attacked me, point blank. If he is not mature enough to control his anger and keep his hands to himself, he needs to be held accountable for his actions. Okay? And I'm not posting this video, not quite yet. I'm going to send it to a person that has a bigger platform than I do, and I'm hoping that he finds enough interest in my case and my situation that he will use this information to make his own video. I don't expect him to use all of it, just the highlights. And if he does decide to do that, I want to say I deeply appreciate the time you take to share this on your platform. And hopefully if you share it on your platform, others will share it on their platform. But that's all I have, y'all. Charges are still pending. We got a long road ahead of us, and hopefully that it turns out in our favor than others. Y'all have a good day.